there wargamers, welcome to episode 6 of my Kings of War vlog, detailing my growth of my Kings of War army for the Kingdom of Men faction. Now this one's going to be a bit of another trip down memory lane for some of us, because this one is one where I'm actually going to go revisit some of my old paintwork, and I'm still on the fence whether or not I'm going to strip these guys. Obviously by the end of the video you'll have known and what I've decided, but one thing's for sure, they will require rebasing because I've only got 26 of these guys. Those of you amongst you will recognise this as this is Ricco from Ricco's Republican Guard, I believe. Let's have a closer look so you can look at the detail. Now obviously this has been obscured by my older paint job. Hopefully I'll make an improvement of this paint job as I work my way through. So that's from my old, that's Ricco. We've got the old standard bearer. I believe these are actually Perry miniature sculpts, which is will look very similar to the foot knights that we saw not so long ago. So I'm obviously going to redo the banner, do different take. That's only paper. We'll get rid of that. And then we've got the musician here with a nice looking mace. No doubts on how he blows that one. And save so I don't have to end up showing you 20 odd guys with pikes. Just a pair of guys here. Yep. Okay guys, I'm going to go away and either rebase or strip these and repaint them. We'll be back in a bit later on in the video for that. Before we go any further with that, I tend to do at least 2 units of video, so that the other unit is a Beast of War. Now for this one I'm going to be using a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. This one I've actually had for about 10 years, I believe. So much so I bought it on eBay and it was really thickly painted, so I stripped him off not so long ago. Unfortunately he's lost one of his horns, but then again he's been through the wars. So this guy's on his base ready. I'm going to do something interesting with this to blend his rocks in, because I think I'm missing something, because we've got rocks that seem to be floating here. I'm going to be using this guy with a ballista rule, because it's a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, so it's with like something lightning and stuff like that, I think, to fire at the enemy, which is going to count as a light ballista for me. So that is my Beast of War. And I'm going to go away and paint him and do something with the Ricco's Republican Guard for a unit of heavy pike. We're back in a moment, guys, with the completed units. Welcome back, guys. I finally got these guys painted. I'm really happy with how they've turned out, especially the Shaggoth, because actually it was really a pleasure to paint this one. Went for a different approach on the skin, a bit more brown in colour than, and tried to blend it in, but it's just it looks a bit sudden. So luckily you can't really see that much. But I think it ties in well with the army colours. I've managed, even though the red on him is actually his dragon part really, and he's some of his scales. But yeah, anyway, not the end of the world. Really quite like what I did with him. The base I'm really quite nice. It was the first try of the modelling putty, even though I did have some problem with warpage. I had to put more magnets in the bottom for transportation, but we'll more on that later. But the heavy pikeman, you'll notice there's actually 2 additional models in here that I didn't show you before, because I only had 26 guys. I felt 13 in base was a bit wasn't really going to fill it enough, so I found 2 models from a collection which kind of fit in. So I went with this Mordheim hired sword guy for this regiment, and this the leader from the what's it called, the Al-Qatani Fellowship, which I had a regiment at some point, but foolishly converted him into swordsman, and that's by and by. Something for another day. Got rid of that unit a while ago. So really quite impressed with them. Really quite happy how they turned out, and quite looking forward to actually fielding these as the heavy pike, as a horde or two regiments in my Kingdom of Men army. So on to a quick answer to a question I had in one of the battle reports just now, and then we'll go on to the showcase. So if you like what you see, guys, hit the like button. It really helps me out. It helps the channel get across to more people. And if you've got any suggestions or any drop it or anything you'd like to say about the progress of the army, drop a comment down below. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more Kings of War content. Okay, guys, speak to you later. Bye bye. Hi guys, just a little bit of a answer to a question I got on the last battle report from Chris Delaney. He wanted to know how we store and transport the models. So at the moment I'm using a really useful box. It's literally that's what it's called. I don't know if this is available overseas, but really quite sturdy plastic box, and I've glued the flexible metallic sheeting to the bottom, and I've then, I'll show you the unit here, put that fridge magnet type stuff on the bottom of the units. So basically, I can pick the box up like that. It's not gonna, obviously, it's not gonna survive to too much bashing around, but it's gonna keep most things in place for probably a journey or so, as long as I don't go crazy over speed bumps or something like that. But that's the quick answer to that question. For the characters and such like, I'm probably going to get a case from, because obviously they're small and probably top heavy, like the Shaggoth here. He might end up in a case because he's a bit top heavy and likely to fall over, and obviously he's, with being quite metal, is quite likely to damage other stuff as well. So he may end up in an actual, your standard foam case. Okay, guys, on to the rest of the video. Okay, back in a second.